Topside acid. If you don't know what it is, it's a regular acid, but topside. There's a website, Book of Grinds or something. If you need to know more about the actual grind itself, I'll link it below. So today I thought I would give you some of my tips and tricks on the topside acid. Again, these are things that help me with the topside acid, and hopefully maybe it'll help you. I'm not gonna get too far into setup, but setup does make a difference. Taller frames with taller wheels coupled with a smaller sole plate is probably going to make it a little bit more difficult to do topside acids. Of course, wider sole plates and lower frames with smaller wheels, it's going to be a little bit easier to do topside grinds. I always gravitate towards 909s. The sole plates are medium, I would say, as far as the width here. I kind of like that a little bit better than super wide sole plates. And then of course, I love the Create Originals, the OG frames. They're very low to the skate. Like the distance between here and here is super low. The thickness of the wall could make a difference too. The thickness of the wall is too thick. It can make it a little more tricky because that narrows the sole plate area. Anti-rocker or flat shouldn't make too much of a difference except for the front foot, but really the front foot kind of just goes along for the ride on this grind. And of course, the material that you're sliding on is gonna make a difference. Sole plates that slide faster, it's gonna make the topside slide better because there's a whole lot of plastic you're smashing down on that ledge. I would say the best sliding frame that I have tried so far is the Them Street frame. The Them Street frame slides so good. My favorite is a Create Original. Much lighter than Them Street frames. I thought I'd start on the ledge because it's definitely more difficult to do a topside acid on a ledge than it is on a rail. Again, all of these things are my opinions. Hopefully it could help you. All right, let's go over the ledge. Okay, so I switched over to the fisheye so you can see my approach a little bit too, because in my opinion, that makes a difference. As far as how you tighten your skates, I wouldn't get into the habit of keeping them looser. I would say keep them as tight as you would normally skate them. I like mine not overly scrunched down, but I definitely don't like them super loose. A lot of it's gonna be in your knees. I like to make sure that my ledge that I'm grinding on is nice and waxed. We'll wax this puppy up really quick. Huge thing, in my opinion, about a top acid, and what helps me do them better, is your approach. Some people will go really wide and then jump into it from afar. Don't learn them like that. I personally like to come straight on, straight into it. That way, if you do slide out, you might end up in more of a roll. So if you were to jump into it like from afar, because you're trying to get your top on like this, if you miss, woo, you're going for a ride. Aim more straight on, you might just kind of swivel out, but still maybe be able to roll it out a little bit. And I was thinking too, at this point, you should probably already be able to do a regular acid, which is like this. It's gonna take a little bit more speed to really push through that topside acid. Also, you're gonna wanna jump right over on top of the ledge. Get right on top of it. Almost pretend like you're doing a rail, but make sure you lock your topside. I could balance it a lot longer. So again, what I do when I'm approaching, I come in, I'm making sure that I'm like right about here. When you're on it, definitely don't want to be too far turned this way, but you also don't want to be too far turned this way. Maybe a little angle in will keep you kind of on the ledge a little more. Now, the majority of your weight is going to be on the topside foot. The front one, if you lean forward a little bit, it's there to kind of save you. So yeah, majority of your weight, back foot. Again, if you're too far turned this way, your topside might leak over to just on your toe, which won't look as good, and you might slide off easier. I'm out of breath. Am I even recording still? Now, if you're turned too far this way, your front foot is gonna wanna come off. So that's why if you give it just a hair of a turn in, you should stay locked on better. Let's build up our speed a little bit and see how that goes. There's a medium speed. Again, increasing the speed a little bit. As you can see, most of my weight is on the back foot, at least I'm trying to. And the front is just there to guide me. If you are on flat, you're gonna wanna make sure that you keep that front foot on the, I guess, backside area. Because if they bite, it's not comfortable when they bite on a top acid. I am trying to compress my ankle a little bit, but I'm also bending my knee, trying to get lower. I think getting lower on a top acid is better. It's not easy to get low on a topside acid. It's a very unnatural position. Eventually you'll stretch your knees out a little bit and you'll be able to get a little bit lower. I definitely don't have tree knees, tree. Let's go a little faster. Again, remembering to get close to the ledge, but not over this way, and definitely not out here. Another thing that I'm trying not to do too is keep your feet too far apart, but not too close. Don't want to be like that. You also don't want to stretch it out too far in front of you. I think we need to go full speed. Yeah, I find almost the straighter you come at it, the better. You don't want to roll it so much, but if your wheels touch, that's okay. But really get on that top side if you can. Oh! So there was a complete miss on my top side. But since I didn't come at it at such a drastic angle, I didn't die. And I think I slid the whole ledge like that. I've done them switch, but not on a ledge. That's scary. Wow, switch top acid on a ledge is really scary for me. I almost got it. I'm getting there. Front foot's kind of weird. Oh, bummer. Man, I'm super close to that. Oh, come on. Oh, stupid front foot. Oh. Hey, I'm gonna go with that. All right, so the top acid. Hopefully some of these tips will help you learn them. Definitely try any of this at your own risk. Thank you so much for your support. Again, if you have any questions, hit me up below in the comments or DM me on Instagram. Thank you for watching.